Well, welcome back, and hi, I'm Sheldon McLeod. This is Thinking Out Loud, presented to you here exclusively on the Saltwire Network. And now that we've got through Halloween, now that Halloween is over and we've got Remembrance Day just around the corner, the next big thing on a lot of people's minds will be, following Remembrance Day, of course, is the Christmas season, the holiday season. And this is something that I learned about quite some time ago, and it was about a campaign to help pay it forward, to bring some warmth and comfort to folks in long-term care facilities. Katie Jean wrote a column about this at saltwire.com for November of last year, 2021. It was talking about Nicole Martel and the work that she's been doing to get this word out and to get this campaign underway. In fact, last year seems to have been a huge success. In fact, Nicole herself wrote to the Chronicle Herald to describe more than 450 blankets either made or bought for the 2021 holiday season campaign blanket drive. Well, here it is, November 1st through till December 10th. Her plea to you: buy a new blanket, drop it off at Allen Print in Dartmouth, and it will get to a senior this Christmas. As she says, you can knit or crochet or make any blankets in our new and smoke-free homes. There, of course, that's part of this, part of the fine print, if you will, and all sizes welcomed and appreciated. And I was very blessed to have met Nicole Martel a few years ago when she started on this campaign. And Nicole, thank you so much again for doing this, and it's good to see you. How are you?
Good, Sheldon. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's go back in time. This idea of blankets for seniors. When did that idea first populate inside your head?
I started volunteering at Northwood February 2017. My first Christmas there, the seniors had such an impact on me for that short frame from the February 2017 to the December 2017. It was very important to me that I be able to thank them in some way, show them that they're still being thought of, show them that they're not alone. You know, nursing homes can be isolating, especially at Christmas with family dynamics or what have you. So I reached out to the social worker. I reached out to client relations at Northwood and kind of tried to gauge what I could do in terms of giving gifts that was within policy. And I was able to come up with a blanket because it's something everyone can use. And from there, it's skyrocketed. Things have got crazy over the last 5 years.
So tell me, that first year, how many blankets were donated or made?
So I was aiming for 33. I just wanted my volunteer floor my first year, and it came out as 66. So I had enough for 2 floors. And then the next year I had enough for 4 or 5 floors. And then the following year it was 200. And so in last year we were able to do, I think, 6 or 7 nursing homes and facilities in the province.
Now here it is, we're moving through the pandemic, and I'm wondering if that had any impact. How did it affect one way or the other, the campaign?
I think, I put it on hold for the 2020 year. At that point, I was still kind of uncertain as to how the virus was spreading, how can I still keep people safe? So I put it on hold for that year. And last year it came back slower. I think people might have thought that the campaign had disappeared entirely before taking a break. Once I had posted to Twitter, that tweet that I made about only having a few blankets took off and was our most successful year yet.
Here you have the launch of this new campaign. You've got some support. Tell me a little bit about what your goal is.
So I never set a number goal any year. It's the tangible difference of being able to see one person smile because they received a gift is always my goal. That being said, last year, it does say 450 in the article, but last year blankets still kept coming in. So it actually ended up being about 600. So 600 or a little bit over would be ideal. We do have a lot of want and desire for them this year, a lot more than previous years. And now that people know about it, they've reached out and kind of asked, can we be a part of this? And so, 600 is the goal, but we'll do what we can.
Sky's the limit. Tell me about the reaction you got, and I'll talk about when you give the gifts, but from the people who come to you and drop them off, what do they tell you? What's motivating them? What do they say about this?
I think that's my favorite part. I'm actually getting goosebumps talking about it right now. Last year, I had the province's Department of Seniors actually dropped off 30, 40, 50 blankets. I have members of the Muslim community. I have kids who are in Girl Guides, or just groups of different people. And it's really heartwarming to see people from all walks of life, people who are also going through things themselves. I've had seniors group last year who donated their time and their supplies and their blankets. And what always gets me is the seniors that are in nursing homes themselves who end up going to get a blanket or donating somehow because they don't want their friends to go without.
We've seen some of the change in policy in which there used to be more than one person in a room, not at all facilities, but at some facilities. And I got a sense, because I was talking with a friend of mine whose father is waiting for placement and care, and things have changed. And the idea is that part of the thoughtfulness about the pandemic and trying to keep people from becoming infected with influenza means that there are times when more people are spending time alone. What do you hear from folks about that blanket and what it means to them when they get them?
Last year, there was a specific moment. Now, don't quote me, it might have been the year before, but there was a specific moment where I had passed a blanket to an individual who said, I'm really struggling with depression today, and this really lifted me out of it. I do think, there are going to be times when people are alone, but again, in a facility, you have 30 or so people on a unit. So you do have people to interact with. Having the blanket, it's just the thought that even though you're physically might be alone in a room, the people in the community are thinking of you. They know you exist. And you're not just shrugged away into a corner. I think I'd say that every year, seniors tend to go under the radar, and, we think because they're old, they don't matter, but they bring so much learning and joy to my life, and I'm sure many others.
And I don't think it is selfish to think that doing this for someone else, that it might make you feel warm, might make you feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that kind of outlook, in my opinion. The fact that people get something out of it by doing it themselves. So tell me about the team. How do you do this? How the logistics of making this happen?
That's a kind of a work in progress every year. Last year, Allen Print reached out to me and said that they would help out, which was a huge help, because in previous years, I live in an apartment. I was collecting these blankets and storing them in my room for 2 months at a time. Space is not generous, and having that location at Allen Print has been so helpful. They have an entire room, and we're ready and willing and able to take it on again this year. I hooked up with Jonathan Torrens actually just a little bit ago. He's going to help me promo through social media. Hot Country is helping me out this year to promo. It's bigger and better than ever, I would say. And it really is a community-based event. I always say, I put this together, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one who buys or makes the blankets. I'm just the messenger. So being able to even play that part in this whole thing as a community means a lot.
Well, you're being humble as the messenger. You started taking training to be in broadcasting. You worked for a time in that, and you don't downplay your ability to communicate, because you've done a great job of helping make people aware of the message and make people aware of the campaign. And congratulations for you on that. And I know that's not why you do this, but I just wanted to make sure that people are watching, people see that, and the generosity of your heart to bring this together to do something that's not perhaps centered on you. That's just an amazing thing for people to see. So congratulations on that. And you now work in senior care, is that?
Yeah. So I now work in Nova Scotia Health. My job is primarily providing one-to-one engagement and support to seniors who may be waiting for long-term care. We get a lot of people who aren't seniors as well. But my job is to make sure that they're engaged while they're there, and that they don't lose the ability to use their cognitive skills and maintain everything until they get where they need to be.
Perfect fit for you.
Yeah, I love it.
So I guess the last point would be, how do folks participate? I know we talked about it a little bit, but give people the how-tos. How do they make a difference in someone's life this Christmas?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I think it's important, first of all, to note that you don't have to buy a blanket and you don't have to make one in order to make an impact on this campaign. You know, the biggest impact is word of mouth, and make it known. You know, all of my socials will be public for the next month and a bit while this gets going. You can share Facebook posts, you can share Twitter posts, you can put it on your story on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, all those kinds of things. Put up flyers. You can contact me about dropping off a blanket, or drop one off at Allen Print. But there's other ways too. You know, delivery day is a huge day. I drive a hatchback, so it does take quite a few vehicles to transport. Packing blankets into bags, that's a process in itself. You know, any way that you think you might be able to help, or if you want to be a part, just reach out to me through socials, and yeah, I'll get you started. We got lots of work.
So search for Nicole Martel, Chole, and Martel with an E on the end for folks who might be looking for it. And it's as simple as that, but it may be a simple gesture, but it carries with it so much energy and warmth. So again, congratulations for this campaign that you started, and for the fact that people, I think, are really warming up to it for really great reasons. This is one of those things that I love. I love helping the helpers, and this is certainly doing that.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sheldon, for getting the word out there too.
Nicole Martel, who's been working towards this campaign over the last number of years to have folks donate blankets to give to seniors in long-term care facilities. Congratulations on the successes so far, and good luck this year too.
Thank you.